It's garden tour time, and if you ask, "Hey Jehan, what's up?" the answer is in this vlog. This is the middle bed, and I have two side beds just beside it, which we are going to check out. Just beside our balcony is my plot for herbs and ginger family. These are Thai basil, Thai sweet basil, and we use it a lot for cooking in the restaurant. And also when I make soups at home, I love the flavor of sweet Thai basil. And I don't want any bare spaces in the garden, so I just planted them so close to each other. These are galangal, kind of similar to ginger, but the flavor is a little bit different. And next plot is a row of chives, which seems to be happy growing in its new home. We also have some tomatoes growing. You know, I can't keep track of the variety of tomatoes I'm growing. What I usually do is just seed out a couple of varieties of tomatoes, and when they grow as seedlings, I replant them. And now it's giving me tomatoes, which I'm not sure if it's the cherry type, the grape type, which is growing wild in my garden everywhere. Usually the wild ones are the grape variety. Okay, let me harvest one. There's more to show at the back. Now let's move to the backyard. Let's go walk around and check out all the things that I'm growing. I used to have a lot of empty oil cans from the restaurant that I use to plant all these vegetables. It's better to repurpose a heavy duty kind of drum. This is half a drum, which we had the welder attached a handle and a foot. These are seedlings of eggplant. I grow a lot in one container, so close to each other, but you know what, guys, you should have backups because not all this eggplant will survive for sure. These are stevia. The leaves are really sweet, kind of like if you know alatiris or the wild berry that's growing in the Philippines. More garlic cloves, because just the other week I went to the market and there's this store selling sacks of garlic. I noticed there are some garlic that she set aside, so I asked, can this garlic be regrown into a garlic plant? Then she said, yes, okay, I'll give you some. More container gardening. Here in the other aisle we have a variegated calamansi. I'm not sure if it's cilantro or parsley. It looks like cilantro, but the package says parsley. That is what I usually do. These are biodegradable papers, so what I do after I see them, so that I can remember what that is, I just place the paper there. Mustard variety, tarragon. I just repotted this, so there are little seedlings of tarragon growing beside the main plant. Now this is cilantro and some kale, which I pulled out from the bed and moved here. Okay, this is cilantro, which I got from Thailand. And then, to maximize the space of the container in the middle, just the other day I planted some chives. So let's put that paper here so that I wouldn't forget. Oh, by the way, that is where I get my seeds online. It's MI Gardener because the garden center is at Michigan. MI Gardener. Check that out, guys, if you want seeds, imported seed varieties. A luscious container of Thai basil. So as you can see, I am growing so much Thai basil. I have stairs of pots with all Thai basil growing. I have a huge half a drum of Thai basil and more in the front yard. Okay, so these are beets. I haven't tried growing this. This is the first time I've planted this vegetable, and I can't even remember if I've tried eating one. That's the purple top white globe turnip. It's not a popular Asian vegetable. It's not even Asian, so excited for this one. I have here tomatoes. I believe, if I can remember, these are a black cherry tomato, which I'm also very excited. These are Taiwan chili, and I just seeded some, I believe that's a sweet Genovese basil, the one that's good for pesto. So this is the whole set of our half drum container. So guys, you know that onions or any plant from the onion family, which includes, I believe, chives, garlic, they also deter pests. So what I do with plants that keeps the pest away is I plant them on the side of the beds, sort of like a guard. So I also have here another variety of eggplant. I believe this is called Rosa Blanca because they're not as purple as the typical eggplant. And I have some arugula. When there's so much sun shining on your arugula, the plant turns a little bit, the leaves turn a little bit bitter. So what I do is just plant them under the shade of the eggplant, and when they are this big, they're already ready for harvest. And I have a small plot here of lettuces and green leafy vegetables. Here, these are red vein sorrel. The leaves are really delicious, but we also use a lot for just for garnish. And these are the thongs, broken ones that we use in the restaurant. I repurpose them just to give the plant support and also to deter the birds, because sometimes the birds seem to like plucking the leaves of the vegetables. This is what's growing beautifully. They're called green wave something variety. So just a few days ago, we also planted this green tower romaine. So hopefully in a few days we will have romaine growing. These are mizuna. The last one here is this beautiful jewel mixed nasturtium. So I have yet to harvest flowers from the ones in the front yard and here, and I will give it to the cafe. I used to grow all my vegetables in these oil containers. These are empty oil cans from the restaurant, which we repurposed. They don't look as pretty as the half drums, and they really didn't last me for a long time. This plant is already the mature one. It has given me so much cherry tomatoes already, so I think it's time for this plant to retire. And I have new ones growing underneath that. I cannot remember anymore what this variety is, but look, isn't that exciting? It could be a vintage variety. It could be a green tomato variety or a yellow one. I don't know. Let's see. And aside from this one, flowers really keeps you optimistic. So that is going to be a lot of fruit in the future. Exciting! Tapo!
Good morning!
Good morning, Ma! We did filming the garden 2 weeks ago, and now there are lots of progress that I want you to see. Some plants grew, some plants were replaced. I have a few hours to spend to check on the garden and do all the things that needs to be done, like harvesting, replanting. So I'm taking you with me. Let's go! Ito na naman tayo, guys, at gamit ang long sleeves. Kala nyo magtutour ako sa Hawaii. But I need to protect myself from all the insects and pests, so I'm wearing my long sleeves. Gear on muna tayo, guys. So, sun's out, have to wear a hat, and boots, gardening boots. So, let's go! So, in the first bed, or in the middle bed, we still have this marigold. But this marigold is coming to the end of its life. So it's not as perky, it's not as healthy and vibrant as it used to. And if you look at the flowers, before they are huge. And now, since it's maturing, it's giving me smaller flowers. So I'm just waiting for this plant to mature and to die back. And we are going to harvest. Actually, we did already harvest some seeds before. We're going to harvest seeds from the dead flower. All you have to do is sun dry the flowers, and when you open them, you've got hundreds of seeds from this plant. So there's no need to buy again another packet of seeds. Once you grow them, you can harvest the seeds from this plant and regrow another plant. So that's my marigold. And next to the marigold is my patch of nasturtiums. So these plants, they protect the rest of the plants in the same bed from pests and insects. So these are my patch of nasturtiums. The leaves are edible and also the flowers. The leaves are pepper leaves, so you can put them in your salads. Kind of similar to arugula or any mustard beans, but the flowers taste a little bit bland, like cucumber. You can use like a salad green. I'm also thinking of deep frying them like kale chips. But the flowers we use a lot for garnish, just for garnish. This kale is the curly leaf variety. Though we're having a hard time growing kale because the caterpillars and some bugs really love them. So you can see some are being eaten by caterpillars already. But it's okay, it's an organic garden, so as long as they leave some for us to harvest, that's fine with us. We're sharing it with our friends, caterpillar friends. Now let me show you what's in here. Something that I'm having a hard time growing also is Swiss chards, because Swiss chards, they like the cold weather. So it would be beautiful to have Swiss chards in the garden because they're so colorful. But I only was able to grow the white variety, the one that looks like pechay. But I used to have Swiss chards that are magenta colored, orange colored, and they're so pretty in the garden. I planted at the last minute some pechay. I think these are pechay. So let's see if the pechay would like to grow beside the Swiss chard. And some wild amaranth growing. So these are amaranth. similar to spinach, which just grew wild. So I'm gonna harvest from this. And also I have a bed a bed of amaranth growing here, which you are going to help me harvest. So you can use the tips. They were just so little. And now look at them. Growing so healthy and bushy. But it's nice to trim this back really well because there are some young plants at the bottom which the sun cannot hit. We use it just like spinach. Sometimes you just saute it in garlic and olive oil, and that's it. You can add in some chili flakes if you like. We really cut it back really low because I want to show you this. There are small plants, baby amaranth, growing. Here we go, guys. Look how much we trimmed and how much harvest we got. Just one harvest. I just planted some chives, and then I planted some sweet basil, which both of them did not germinate. So if you wait for 2 weeks and nothing's happening, it means it's not growing. So I replanted again some seed, a different one. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, if it's not kangkong, it's probably some kind of Asian kale, like a choy sum or something, a flowering kale. So let's do some harvest on the Thai basil because the restaurant people asked me that they needed some for their dish in the restaurant for chicken Thai basil. And just like the amaranth, don't be afraid to cut them back really low. The stems where you cut from will split. It will have 2 new branches, no? And the more that your plant will become bushy and healthier. We're only here for about 15 minutes and we have been doing so much already. A lot of Thai basil, a long row of Thai basil. So they were growing so close to each other that I have to separate them. Last time I showed you, I just planted it, but look, in just a matter of weeks, look how much they grew. These are garlic cloves that's been maturing in the pantry in our restaurant. So this is my small backyard garden, guys, and I have my harvest baskets with me, and we have some things that needs to be done also, like these are beet tops. What I did is just soak them in water, and I think now it's ready for planting. So that's what we're gonna do. And I have some mint here. I just planted some goto cola. They're still not looking perky, but they're still recovering from transplanting. So guys, look at this one. This is my pride and joy, because before I really have a hard time growing parsley. I've planted them in so many areas of the garden, and finally the parsley found a home, you know? It's really growing very beautifully in this part of the garden. It's my siling pangsigang because sinigang is life. And in a Filipino home, you should never run out of siling pangsigang. 2 set of Taiwanese chili. This is how the Taiwan chili looks like. They're a little bit bigger than the bird's eye chili. And I have some blue pea here, another cage of blue pea. I have a lot of blue pea growing here because you can never really run out of colors in the garden. I love colors. This is my beautiful sage plant. Look at the flowers of sage. It's really nice. And I wish you can smell the sage flowers. The flowers and the leaves, they smell so good. I am growing so many plants in one container and growing them close to each other. I do that because not all of this will survive. So whatever survives, survives. Bed of kale. So these are my bed of kale. This is just one bed of kale, but I just saw some seeds and then I sowed some seeds and they were growing close to each other. So luckily last week I have the time, so what I did, I pulled out the kale that were growing close to each other. I moved some into containers and I finally was able to give each plant a space to grow. So these are, I think, Lacinato variety of kale, and these are the old kale plants that's been growing here. And here, more kale. This is where I planted the kale that I moved out from the bed. So what we have here is my variegated calamansi, and to maximize the space, we also have parsley growing around it. This is another variety of mustard greens. And again, another container of tarragon, because we're using a lot of this in the restaurant to make fresh tarragon tea. So para sulit ang ating garden tour, let's weed out while showing you. Okay, this is my calamansi plant, which is a gift from my mommy and daddy. They got this in Tagaytay, gave it to me when it's just a little baby. Now I've harvested a lot of calamansi from that already. And moving here on the next drum are celery plants. Look guys! So what we did is chop off the roots because we don't use the roots in the restaurant. So we use some of the parts, some other parts for cooking, and this part we soak it in water and then just stick it in the ground, and it's growing as new celery plant. These are cilantro. Can you see that guys? The edges are kind of prickly, but they smell it's just the same as cilantro. Some eggplants in the middle. Let's weed out. Keep on weeding, Jehan. Make yourself useful while you do the garden tour. I have beets. So remember I showed you the beets that we're supposed to plant. I think I have space here to plant it. This is what you have to do. Step 1. Dig a hole. Dig a hole. Second step, stick it in. Third step, you cover. And then fourth step, you pray that it will grow. That's easy guys. So easy. That's it. That's our beets. So I'm not sure if it's gonna grow me the bulb because they're growing close to each other. Parang wala nang space for the bulb to grow. But guys, the beet leaves are edible. So that's fine. If that doesn't going to grow me a bulb, at least I can harvest from the leaves and use it in my salads. Or tomato plants in cages. This is also a nice way to keep them upright kasi the tomato plants are very brittle. Sometimes if you just move the stem a little bit and direct them to where you want them to go, they easily snap. But if you put them in a cage like this one, then as long as they are growing inside that cage, that's fine. They are well supported. So it's not gonna break, it's not gonna go in any direction, but it's just gonna go upright. Let's do some harvest. Let's go. We got a good half a basket from this container. Let's harvest some more on this side. So you trim from the bottom leaf, just like this one. Look here. So this is one plant. We trimmed the bottom leaf and saved the heart or the middle part. And after just a few weeks, this will grow into a new set of leaves that we can harvest again. But don't pull out the whole plant. That's the trick. So this is what we have for today's harvest. We have some Thai basil, the green amaranth, some lettuce, actually a lot of lettuce, and just a few Rosa Bianca eggplant. And look what I have here. Beautiful, beautiful flowers from the garden. So we have some chives. Which we use to make our pave and some pasta dishes in the cafe. Blue pea, nasturtiums, and this is just an additional to what we've harvested. Some grape tomatoes and Thai basil tops. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me as I go around the garden, and thank you for keeping me company while I do some chores in the garden. Thank you to Chef Sheila for taking my videos. See you in the next one, guys. Bye! I just want to save them from getting bad. We are on quarantine. We have nothing to do. Hi guys! If you ask, hey Jehan, what's up? The answer is in this vlog.